Hello and welcome. My name is Zafar Iqbal and you are watching the Mojo story. Pakistan's Supreme Court has said that the arrest of Imran Khan was illegal and it's ordered the release of former Prime Minister of Pakistan and the chairman of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Now he's being released. To recap for our viewers, for the last 2 days, there have been dramatic political developments happening in Pakistan. A couple of days ago, former Prime Minister was arrested from a court complex in Islamabad. You can see on those visuals, these are Pakistani Rangers, a paramilitary force in Pakistan that took away Imran Khan. And what followed was a wave of protests across the country where people started vandalizing symbols of the state, particularly the symbols of the military establishment. They set on fire houses and other places that of the establishment, including the Corps Commander's house. And today, in a dramatic turn of events, the Supreme Court said that the arrest of former Prime Minister was illegal and he has been released. They have in fact reversed the clock. Now what's going to happen? He will start the process again tomorrow, go back to the Islamabad High Court in the biometric room where from he was taken away, and then that process will start from there. To discuss these dramatic political developments in Pakistan, we're joined by guests from Pakistan, Muhammad Ahmed Pansota, a lawyer who also joins us from Pakistan. He's also been pleading cases of the PTI, and Imtiaz Alam, a senior journalist. Pansota Sahab, if I can start with you, it was sort of very surprising that today the Supreme Court rather released former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Was this expected? Because the High Court, the Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court had already said that the due process was followed, and now the Supreme Court has turned that down. Okay, we seem to have lost that line with Pansota Saab, but Imtiaz Saab, if you can, the same question to you.
Yes, in fact, the Supreme Court has astonishingly reversed the judgment of the Islamabad High Court, which had declared that Imran Khan's arrest was lawful. But the High Court had also summoned in contempt of court the Interior Secretary or the IG Police because they had violated the sanctity of the court. But the Supreme Court has declared his arrest illegal, yet it has not fully released him. The court has taken him out of the custody of the NAB, National Accountability Bureau, and has put him in the same rest house which he was kept by the NAB. So now tomorrow he has been ordered to appear before the Islamabad High Court. Now what happens in the Islamabad High Court? Islamabad High Court will be under great obligation and pressure of the Supreme Court order. Whether the lawyers of Imran Khan will be asking for bail in that case. Whether the court will grant a bail or ask him to join the investigation, or the court will cancel the bail and ask for his arrest and to investigate him. In this case of 190 million pounds, which were transferred to Pakistan, but went into the pocket of the same tycoon, this estate businessman, Mr. Sumalak Riaz. So let's see. Tomorrow what happens.
Yes, all eyes will be on.
Yeah.
I'm saying all eyes will be on the High Court in Islamabad tomorrow. But Pansota Saab, I know you have to leave shortly. I was just wondering, when Imran Khan went to the court in Islamabad, he went for a different case. It was about his remarks and being critical about certain intelligence officer and the establishment. But he was taken away in an entirely different case. How will the things work out in the court tomorrow?
See, first of all, we need to understand that it's not about the Supreme Court. Islamabad High Court had itself expressed deep concerns about the mode and the manner in which this arrest was made, and that was also reflected in the judgment. However, they said since they had a warrant, NAB, therefore they could arrest. But the mode and manner of the arrest was under or was in question. This is precisely what had happened. Now, after that, there was a judgment which declared that his arrest was legal. That judgment was judicially reviewable. It could have been challenged in appeal. Therefore, the legal team of Imran Khan challenged that before the Supreme Court. Now, Supreme Court held that the arrest was illegal per se for various reasons. Firstly, from the precincts of Islamabad High Court, you cannot arrest anybody. This is an age-old principle. Secondly, there was a specific order in case favor of Imran Khan as well. Thirdly, Imran Khan was already within the High Court in connection with another case. And also, I believe that there was a judgment which declared that his arrest was legal.
Okay, we seem to have lost Pansota Saab, but we've got Imtiaz Saab back. Imtiaz Saab, if you can throw some light on the situation in Pakistan right now. We saw that there were violent protests yesterday, and many of
Sorry.
establishments, buildings, and offices were ransacked. What is the situation right now?
Now I think it is coming to normal, though there were protests, smaller protests today at various places. But after the military was called in the aid of civil administration, as it is in India perhaps, so armies on the roads and the protests have fizzled out. But also the Imran Khan's quasi release uh, from the custody of National Accountability Bureau and the relief provided by the Supreme Court, I think this must satisfy the PTI rank and file, and situation will get more normalized in the meanwhile. But we have to see tomorrow what happens. However, the demonstrations in the last previous 2 days were unprecedented in Pakistan, Punjab's history, because Punjab is generally aligned with the military, and for the first time, the Punjabis or the followers of Imran Khan targeted the military installations, including the Corps Commander's house in Lahore, was previously Jinnah House, and also GHQ and other security personal's residences and places. So this was for the first time. In the past, the terrorists did attack GHQ. The terrorists did attack Corps Commander Karachi. They did attack various installations in Balochistan and KP. But this is for the first time that a civilian party and civilian leaders, followers, targeted the military installations, and
Right,
that resulted in a very tough and exceptional press
right.
statement from the ISPR.
Yes, we'll talk
Uh,
about that. But Imtiaz Saab, on the visual, there are these celebration shots. Now,
yeah,
Imran Khan's
yeah,
party has said that let's convert this protest and this demonstration into a celebration mode. And there you can
yeah,
see
yeah,
people dancing on the road and celebrating the release of their
yeah.
leader. We'll talk further, but let's hear the soundbite of the lawyer of Imran Khan, what exactly he said after today's court order. If we can use that soundbite.
I can tell you that.
Yeah, we have actually a soundbite of the lawyer. Here it is.
आज उस उन तमाम एक्शंस को इलीगल और अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डिक्लेयर किया गया है। इमरान खान साहब को दोबारा रिवर्स करके सिचुएशन वही ला दी गई है जहां वो दोबारा कल सुबह इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट के रूबरू पेश होंगे, जहां हम उनको प्री अरेस्ट बेल्स में जो ऑलरेडी फाइल्ड थी उस दिन, उसमें वो अपने बायोमेट्रिक्स करवाने के बाद अपनी अबूरी ज़मानतें हासिल करेंगे इंशाल्लाह। कल 11:30 बजे का टाइम है और मीनवाइल उनको सिर्फ सिक्योर रखने के पर्पज से वो ऑफ कोर्स ही इज एट लिबर्टी टू डू व्हाटएवर ही वांट्स एंड हुएवर ही वांट्स टू सी। कोई अब अरेस्ट नहीं रही, कोई अब नैप की डिटेंशन नहीं रही। उनको इस वक्त सिर्फ सेफ सिक्योरिटी उनको प्रोवाइड की गई है और उनके रिश्तेदारों को और उनके वकला को मुकम्मल एक्सेस है उनसे मुलाकात का, और कल सुबह अदालत में अपनी पेशी के बाद वो बिल्कुल फ्री हैं टू गो बैक टू हिज फैमिली एंड टू गो बैक टू हिज रेजिडेंस। सो आज एक ज़बरदस्त दिन रहा जहां पर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की और अदलिया का जो वकार है वो बहाल हुआ है, और जो अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एक्ट्स हुए कोर्ट प्रेमिसेस के अंदर एंटर होके वेंडलिज्म के, सेकिंग दी कोर्ट प्रेमिसेस, उसको बायोमेट्रिक के कमरे को अदालत लाहौर हाई इस्लामाबाद हाई कोर्ट का पार्ट एंड पार्सल जो है वो किया गया, और इस तमाम ऑपरेशन
Right, right. Imtiaz Saab, if you're still with us, I was just wondering that it will also help to diffuse the situation on the ground. Imran Khan's release, if these protests turn into celebration, there is no confrontation. And we are also hearing from the report that the judge asked Imran Khan that, do you know what's happened in the last 2 days? No, there's so much protest and violence in the country, to which Imran Khan had said that he doesn't know. He was, of course, arrested. But Imran Khan has told the judge that, you see, our party wants election, so why would we indulge in any sort of a violence that won't serve our purpose? But the question that I am asking, that whatever be the cause, whatever be the reason, that it will help to diffuse the situation on the ground.
Yes, this judgment, this order has relaxed the situation, diffused the situation. But tomorrow there are two possibilities. One is the judge the Islamabad High Court grant him bail and ask him to join the investigation by the Accountability Bureau. But there are other cases too. And if the court also grant general bail to Imran Khan and restrain the police and administration not to arrest him, then he will be a free man. But I think that if he is granted the bail in this case, which is obvious that he will be getting this, because after the Supreme Court order, High Court won't go an extra mile to insist on its previous position. It cannot. So, and if it doesn't grant him the bail in other cases, then he will be arrested outside the Islamabad High Court.
Okay, the point that needs to be explained here, that Imran Khan has been asked, but he has been actually, that arrest order has been reversed, but he's still been told to go to the police guest house. There are 3 rooms kept reserved for him. He can meet 10 of his family members or lawyers. They can stay with him for the night there. Now he is from the custody of NAB, National Accountability Bureau. He is now in the custody of Supreme Court. Now his lawyer says that it's basically a precautionary measure, because tomorrow he has to attend the court in Islamabad, and after that, if he's if nothing happened there, the bail holds, then he can go back to his home. That's the situation, right, Intesa?
Yes, you are absolutely right. But this is very strange order. He is released, but he is still in the custody of the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court is providing him in a way protection. But I would read that the Supreme Court has kept him under its custody, that he is forced to appear before the High Court, because Imran Khan has been avoiding courts and dodging courts for so long in various cases. He has not been. He has been getting relief continuously from the courts, but has not been appearing or joining any of the investigations going on into various cases. So Imran Khan, even today, he refused to condemn the arson, the hooliganism, and the bloody confrontation. He just said that he didn't know it. He simply avoided to make a commitment. So this is by the way, the government and the the parties opposite to Imran Khan, are terming it yet another favor by the favoring courts in favor of Imran Khan. That shows how the establishment is split in Pakistan on, on our great hero Imran Khan.
And it's important to mention here that PTI and Imran Khan's party had coined the word that arrest of Imran Khan or any other action against Imran Khan is their red line. They said that if you arrest Imran Khan, that means you're crossing our red lines, and then we won't be blamed for what we do. And what we saw yesterday was, day before yesterday, was that protesters spilling on the roads and really targeting establishment and government building. And in fact, in one of the reports, we heard that Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's one of his houses in Lahore was also torched. So that is the situation on the ground. And we were talking about the anger of people on the ground, which is particularly directed at military establishment. And what Imran Khan says military establishment is the army chief. Now, the question is that you also referred to Imtiaz Saab, is that the ISPR, the information wing of the military, they had come up with press statements before Imran Khan's arrest and after Imran Khan's arrest, and they were very categorical. They said that this is a group of disruptive elements, disruptive people who are wearing the cloak of politicians and politics, and they are causing so much problem in Pakistan. What's not happened in 75 years has happened now. And they went on to say that the procedure, the due process was followed for the arrest of Imran Khan. And today, the Supreme Court said that due process was not followed. So you are right that establishment is divided. Now, the military establishment on one hand seems to be backing the ruling dispensation, and the judiciary, at least a part of the judiciary, seems to be supporting Imran Khan.
That's right. It reflects the fissures. It reflects the conflict within. And moreover, I would call it, my theory is that this is the crisis of the hybrid system which has fallen apart. The hybrid system, the military establishment under General Bajwa built in Pakistan. And that collapsed with the fall of Imran Khan. And now they have not been able to put back a new edition of the hybrid system. So consequently, various parts of the establishment have got autonomous. But the statement given by the ISPR yesterday had drawn a clear red line. You see that they will not tolerate any kind of further shenanigans or further trouble on the streets. And I fear that Imran Khan may be arrested tomorrow in other cases, because they would not they are not ready to take risk of Imran Khan going out and again mobilizing people, because after his arrest and release, his rank and file is highly charged and has not exhausted so far. So those who are saying that okay, it has fizzled out and the agitators have lost stamina, I don't think so. They will be rather very much encouraged with today's Supreme Court order. And yes, please.
But do you think that today's Supreme Court order will also have put the establishment on the back foot, given the statement that they gave out yesterday, and they said that we're not going to tolerate all these protests and targeting of our installations here on. But what's happened is that Imran Khan has been released and his men are celebrating. We saw those visuals, those images of people protesting. In fact, we can use one of the soundbite of a man in Pakistan. Actually, the building on fire, and he's sort of targeting the army chief and saying that this is our answer. If we can have that small soundbite up.
सुन ला आसिम मुनीर, ये 5 लाख की बात, ये आसिम मुनीर हम इसी तरह देख लो आसिम मुनीर हम इसी तरह तेरा जीएसक्यू चलाएंगे सुन ले चलाएंगे मैं इकरार करता हूँ लोग आते फांसी पे इंशाल्लाह तुझे होना चाहिए था वो भारत की सरहदों में मगर तू हमारे खिलाफ आ गया है
Okay, you saw that soundbite. Very angry protester, in fact, targeting the army chief. Now, what happens here on? Do you think that there will be some sort of a reconciliation? The judge had told Imran Khan that you must indulge in a dialogue with your opponents, and the judge had also told Imran Khan that ours is a poor country, that Pakistan is a poor country. It cannot afford that its public properties, its buildings are torched. Would that change the attitude of Imran Khan, what's happened in the last 2 days, or he will get even more strident and adamant?
It was quite pathetic to see Chief Justice of Pakistan begging Imran Khan to rethink his strategy and reconcile with the government or parties opposed to him. It had got nothing to do with the case. When the other judge raised the issue that you can't absolve yourself of the doings of your followers, what happened in the last 2 days, the Chief Justice intervened and said, this has got nothing to do with the case. And at the same time, he was begging Imran Khan to please go back into the negotiations. I would also recommend Imran Khan to go into the negotiations. And Imran Khan is right to say that he wants elections. But his party and his delegation had agreed to election on one day for all the assemblies. And their agreement could have been reached in October, the proper date of elections after the completion of the current assemblies. But Imran Khan didn't agree to the point, although there was an agreement on one day election to all the assemblies. So after that, the collapse of talks and this arrest of Imran Khan, everything went into the air. But now I think the position of the PDM government will be hardened. And I must clarify that they tried to go to Shahbaz Sharif Prime Minister's house in Lahore, but they couldn't get into his house or reach the arena. That's not a right reporting. But they tried to reach his place, and they could have gone to any place. For 2 days, they had a free hand. What surprised me most was that why did the hell the military allowed them to enter the Horse Corps Commander house or even GHQ? It was amazing.
But why? What is the reason according to you? They
My
didn't want a
reading was
confrontation. They didn't want to fire at the protesters because that would have escalated the situation. They let it happen.
Yes, this was one reason, but there was much more intelligent move behind that. You don't allow any kind of protesters to enter army's headquarters. That is the great violation of the red line of a state. But they allowed, and because there was nobody to even there was not even a single guard to protect those buildings. This doesn't happen. But why did the army do it? My reading is that they wanted them to commit this blunder, and the protesters did commit this blunder, and they thought this is their victory after burning those houses. But this helped the army to build up a case against Imran Khan, who had quite a good support among the army's rank and file. I think this must have driven away, or this must have neutralized the support Imran Khan had in the army's rank and file. And now, after that, you will see such a tough statement. That was first such a tough statement by naming Imran Khan and his party. So I think in this, the army played a really good guerrilla tactic, a kind of a guerrilla tactic. Yes,
and that's a very interesting analysis. But also,
yes,
some would say that once these houses are torched and buildings or public buildings are set on fire, this could also become a ground for banning the party and detaining and arresting all those people and workers of Imran Khan who are indulging this, because the state knows exactly who is doing what in today's times of technology, and they know exactly who would have been responsible. And we're told that Lots of people have been rounded up already.
More than, according to the government agencies and their figures, they have identified more than 4,000 people who have been arrested or being arrested throughout Punjab and KP and in Karachi as well. And the cases of treason cases and terrorism cases have been registered various places. There is a case also against Imran Khan and all of his leadership. So those cases are going to be going to run against his party and his leaders, and including himself. But I think there was a very amazing view from Bilawal Bhutto, who said, who showed his aversion to banning any party. He said this is almost always not fruitful. Uh, but I think the government also in the last cabinet meeting avoided to take a decision to impose a ban on PTI. But there are cases, serious cases. And tomorrow we are having the National Security Committee of the cabinet meeting where Army High Brass will be represented. And I think they are not going to impose a ban on PTI. Rather, they will be running cases against PTI's most of the leadership, and
Right.
the party will be bogged down, and the PTI may break up.
Right. And imposing a ban will be a long process. It will not be just a stroke of a pen or one meeting. It will be a long
And
process. Yeah. Yes.
and moreover, if you put a ban, you can give. You know that People's Party (PPP) was also in a way banned, and People's Party had to become a double P instead of triple P.
So it doesn't
Pakistan People's
matter.
Party parliamentarian. So it can become in Tehreek-e-Insaf
Yes.
parliamentarian.
and
Anything.
and it won't matter. But before we let you go, Imtiaz Saab, one point that I wanted to ask you, one last question. What is the casualty figure? There are conflicting reports. Some say 8 people have died, some say 50 people have died. Do you have any clarity what's happened in these 2 days?
I don't think there is no accurate estimate of that. There are speculations. Yes, indeed, 4 or 5 people were killed in Quetta, and maybe more than a dozen. I am using word more than a dozen in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Some 2 or 3 or 4 in Punjab, but I do not have the exact figure because they have not been released by any official quarter or
Right.
hospitals.
Right. We may have to wrap up our show today, but thanks so much, Imtiaz Saab, for joining us. There's never a dull day in Pakistani politics, and we never know what's going to happen tomorrow. But for
Yes,
now,
you'll
thanks
enjoy
for
it.
joining us. Thanks for joining us, and thanks to all our viewers. That's all we have on the
Thank you.
show. Thanks for watching.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.